a lot on the table. We didn't bring one, but we're going to talk about those photos right now and kind of run a little bit of B-roll so people can see what we were doing in the background.
Yeah.
Tell me, what was your favorite? Like, just out of everything that we got, what was your favorite camera? Which one did you enjoy using?
I really like using this camera.
That's the TL70 by MiNT.
The TL70? That's
Yeah.
I like the TL70. And my favorite shot was the one of getting you.
Getting me?
Yes.
Okay, well, we actually had some experience with that. For me, I think I really enjoyed today shooting with, it's a tie between either the TL70 or the Evo, and maybe even the SF70. I'm having a hard time, but we're going to look at that. Let's actually start with the shots that we took first so that everybody can see. You were the model today.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a good time. How did you feel being the model?
I felt great.
I always use you as the model, right?
Yeah.
And the first shot that we took was this shot right here. Let me share with that everybody. Right? This shot right here on the OG SX70, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, neat camera, right? Focus is real easy, especially with that beautiful split image rangefinder in there is real easy. And we were shooting on duochrome film. Tell me what you think about that film.
It's beautiful. It looks really cool. I
Yeah.
like how it's yellow and it brings in the black as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's different. It's very different.
that's pretty nice. And compare that to our next shot. You know, our first shot was here, and then we had our shot with the Polaroid OneStep Plus.
Compare the two?
Yeah, what do you think?
Ooh, may I please see the first one?
Yeah.
Thank you. I definitely like the black frame more. That's
Uh-huh.
one thing that I really like.
Right.
It gives it a more, it's just the small details. It's
That's-
the small details that make the biggest difference sometimes.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing with the Polaroid, with the duochrome, right? So it's got that yellow and black with the black frame. It's like black and white, but with the yellow.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite film, actually. I like to shoot the
wow.
black and white, the yellow duochrome, and on the SX70 specifically. That's my camera and film.
Oh, yeah.
The other one that we were shooting was actually this one right here. This is, well, that's straight out of the Polaroid OneStep Plus.
Yep.
Much more
That
modern.
one right there?
Yeah, the other one's 45 years old. This one's a year or so old. What do you think about this camera?
I like it. It's definitely different from what you see from most Polaroid cameras.
Yeah. There's a lot going on with it. It actually isn't that much different than what you see. You may not be familiar with it, but this is the way the cameras have been made for decades. This is a
wow.
re-envisioning of those cameras. The nice part about this is it's Bluetooth, so you can control some features manually over Bluetooth. But nice camera all on its own. From there, what did we shoot with? Didn't we shoot with the Polaroid Go?
We shot the Polaroid Go.
Okay.
A very cool small camera.
Well, the neat part about the Go is that it uses just this really small, I think it's like 62 millimeter size, you know? And we're all shooting the same shots here.
Oh, yeah.
So this was real simple. Pick up one and done. It was quite a bit of fun.
One shot, one kill.
One shot, one kill. Yeah, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So to speak. We'll put that down. What did we shoot with next?
I think it was one of these ones, if I'm correct.
No, it was the Square. We shot with the
yeah.
Fujifilm Instax Square 6. Now, that's a cool camera. I got so many cameras over here. The Square 6, here, hold it, turn it on. There we go, I got it.
I cannot find the turn
That's
on
okay.
button.
It's on the top. So
Oh.
the Fujifilm, the Square 6, and the majority of them that are motorized, they actually turn on and open up on their own. They've got a lot of electronic focusing and stuff, but they're range focused by zone cameras.
Oh, cool.
The nice part about Fujifilm is when you're shooting a Fujifilm Instax camera, it's just one and done, really. It's going to give you a nice exposure, especially when you're outside in the sun. What do you think about the comparison between the Polaroid OneStep Plus and then the Polaroid Go? Which image do you like best?
I like the Fujifilm
Why is that?
because you have more brighter colors, and the OneStep Plus is a little more on the green side.
Yeah, that has everything to do with the developing of Instax versus Polaroid film. Polaroid is a new company after their bankruptcy and after their Polaroid originals and after the Impossible project. So now they're just Polaroid again, but they're still trying to find that formula.
And this one's a little dark.
So the Polaroid Go did expose it darker than the other ones, but interestingly enough, it's nice in blues. It's got blue magentas.
It has the blue. It really does.
Color is affected by temperature quite a bit with Polaroid film, not with Instax film.
That's why you were talking about earlier why it was so cold. You have to put it back into your pocket?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Oh, okay.
And then we got this bad mamma jamma right here. Check out this photo. This is the MiNT Instax, or Instax. I get them mixed up. There's so many names for these. Listen to this name, the MiNT Instax SF70.
I can understand why you would get it mixed up with the Instax.
Yeah, tell me about it. But it does use Instax film, which is really cool. MiNT camera pioneers in new development instant cameras. So this is completely manual. 93 millimeter lens, f5.6, equivalent in 35 millimeter f2.4 at around 60, and completely manual. And we were shooting with an ND filter on this, and check out that shot.
That's beautiful.
I mean,
the orange came out perfect.
You wanted, yeah, because we were shooting it at golden hour. This is gorgeous. There's so much detail in this shot. I'm going to give you the Fujifilm, which was your favorite from the other ones. Which do you like from here?
Ooh.
Now, while you think about that, one of the things that's really cool with the MiNT cameras is that big, beautiful aperture, right? You're able to get that shallow depth of field, right? And interestingly enough, when we were shooting, the audience will see on the video, I was actually saying, remember, we got to a decision point. What did you say? Something about the biscuit, risk it for the biscuit?
Yeah, risk it for the biscuit.
So when you guys watch this later, I actually called out the fact that I thought I needed a little bit brighter. I was like, should we do 1/250th of a second or 1/125th? And Robert said what? What'd you say?
Risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit. Did I risk it?
Nope.
No, it would have been cool if I had, because we would have had a little bit brighter of an exposure.
I still think I like this one. It feels to me like, if you look at the two...
So you're saying that you still think you like the Fujifilm over the MiNT SF70?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if it was color-wise, I would go for the MiNT.
Right.
But I think this is a little out of focus from what my eyes can see.
Well, it may be out of focus. I have a hard time with rangefinders. I don't have a hard time with the SX70, the OG Polaroid. That's real easy for me to focus. But with the RF70 and the SF70, the SX70, the SF70, the RF70, the TL70, there's a lot of these weird names. But anyways.
They like using 70 a lot.
They do. I have a hard time with it. For me, I think that I like the MiNT SF70 better because I prefer
the color,
the shallow depth of field, and the color. Now, I think that had I gotten it brighter, had I risked it for the biscuit, like you said, we would have brightened it up, and that would have brought out a lot of the color. But hey, as it is, you like what you like. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. It's instant photos. It's one and done, except for one camera on here. There's one camera that can do more than one and done.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't it. We did more, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did way more.
Yeah, I know, because we have other cameras to talk about. From there, we moved into the Instax, or the Instax RF70.
That's the...
Not here. The big brother to the SF70 by MiNT. And that's actually a prototype they sent me 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And when they were creating that camera, I helped them develop it. Well, I helped them test it. I didn't develop anything.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to be invited on that project.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. And I took pictures of you with that camera. You may not remember, but I do. And
I remember a little bit of it.
And I used it at several weddings, and I've shot a couple thousand pictures on it, and finally the rangefinder is decoupled. And the audience, you guys will get to see that. We actually talked about that in the video. I was saying how I was having a difficult time focusing that rangefinder because it's been used so much. It's probably had 5,000 photos taken on it between everything I've done with it plus what all the other reviewers did with it during the development and testing phase. Yeah. But anyway, check this out. So when you think about the size difference, you've got your traditional Polaroid size, which is about 3.5 by 3.5 inches. When you deal with instant wide film, it's about the same. It's just in a portrait orientation rather than square. And then, I mean, when we put these down, Real quick question, just out of the square format cameras, which do you prefer? Which film size do you like better? Small, medium, or large?
Medium.
I think so too, and that would be the Fujifilm Instax Square. I really like that film, although there's something cute about.
Yeah, there is.
The Polaroid Go is a cool camera, man.
It is.
That's a cool little
really
camera.
Is cool.
And I think the Polaroid's using a different chemistry or a different process in this new film. Polaroid film is very batch specific, so that's something you got to remember.
Yeah, and you can see it.
Yeah, grab it. Go ahead.
Where I found a spot difference is right there on the top left corner.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can see. So that actually is just where the roller didn't spread all of the development chemistry. It just didn't spread all the development chemistry. Okay, we did that, and then we moved on to the Fujifilm Neo Classic, the Mini 90. You like to turn it on? Go ahead, turn it on. Let's show them when you turn it on over there. Yeah, so these Fujifilm cameras, especially the top of their line, not their cheaper, more entry level, like $40 cameras. When you get into these right here, they just add all of these electronic focusing features. And with Fujifilm, when you get into the Neo Classic and the Mini 90 and the SQ6, those cameras right there, they have all of the bells and whistles for an instant camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still just one and done. Anyway, this was the image we took with, you can see it on the screen right now. And for, once again, Fujifilm, the Instax, well, they make the film and they make the camera. You know, guys, know Fujifilm is 85 years old. They've been making film.
Crazy.
They've been making film for 85 years, 85 real years, through World War I, through World War II, Korea, Vietnam. They've been making film, and they specialize in medical equipment too.
I did not know that.
And where they got their start in chemistry was 15 years before that. Do you know they were a cosmetic company?
No.
It's crazy. So they had all this idea of dyes and colors, and it turned into film.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
So the Mini 90 was as simple as one shot, one kill.
Yes.
What about, I think you and I both have agreed that this, between us, this is our favorite camera.
Yes.
Okay, you can put that picture down for a moment. I'm going to try to move some of this around so we can make room because we've got so many cameras. This camera right here, this is the TL70.
The TL70.
Yeah, you like it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and...
I like it because it's like, you know, from like...
Oh yeah, TL for twin lens. It's a twin lens, single lens reflex, and we view from the top with waist level viewfinding. Out of all the cameras here, it's the only one other than, well, that's not true. The Instax SF70 by MiNT, the TL70 by MiNT, and the Polaroid SX70 and the Mini Evo can actually focus. All the other cameras use zone focus. So if someone's too close or too far, if you don't know, what does 10 meters look like? What does 3 meters look like? What does half a meter look like? Well, if you don't know what that looks like, then you could set the wrong focus. Yeah, it could be out of focus. So if you're trying to do a selfie and you have to be 2 feet or closer, about 2/3 of a meter, right? 0.7 meters. Well, then if you don't know that, my point is you can focus this. And this was before all of the other ones except the Polaroid SX70. This was the first one to do it.
Oh, wow.
So it was really cool. A lot of history with this camera. And Rolleiflex, the company that made these cameras, but for real film, not instant film, back in the 20s and the 10s, was so inspired by MiNT that after MiNT came up with this and through a development project with Rolleiflex licensed the design that MiNT made. So there's a Instant Con TL70 by MiNT, and there's a Rolly Instant Con, a Rolleiflex TL70. It's the exact same camera.
Oh, wow.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But here you go. You were talking about why you like this camera so much.
Yeah, the reason why I like it is because spy movies.
Oh, yeah?
They're like... they just look a little down.
I guess.
I
don't know if spies use TL70s or twin lens reflex cameras. That's a pretty big camera, but they were smaller cameras for spies, but maybe they did. I don't know.
Maybe they use something similar to this, but it like gives you a spy kind of feel.
But how easy was it for us to get that photo?
Ooh, it was not too easy.
Okay, so we went through several different images. You're gonna put you guys on screen. You can see everything I'm going through now on screen. and we'll let that play as B-roll over top of this. Check this out. Okay, as you can see, this camera has, in my opinion, probably one of the best lenses on the table. The colors are gorgeous. It's a low contrast, bright, very warm lens, which is interesting for Instax, not something you usually get.
Yeah.
Instax film is very contrasty, so you usually get deep blacks with no detail and burnt out highlights with no detail. This lens can get in between that, so it's really good. But the camera is not a manual camera, it's an automatic camera, and the meter is difficult to read. So we went through literally 10 shots of film to get what we got for the table. We did 2 for the table for this review, and they did not come out properly. And we even used our Indy 8 plus F8, makes it great.
Yeah.
We had to stop and meter and do some different things. And we had to try to manually operate the camera even though it's automatic. So we had to guess what it was trying to do. In any event, it was fun to use, right?
It was.
Now, although you got to see the images that we stopped, we did stop at the very end and actually go through another 8 pieces of film in order to get this image. And by that time, golden hour was gone.
Golden hour was gone by then.
Yeah,
so that's why it's a little dark.
It's a little dark. But you guys, check out my video. I've got 40 videos on the TL70. The playlist is on the screen now. When you hit with this camera, you hit hard.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I've seen it.
And I've taken probably, well, check out my last video about it, which was a year ago, 3,000 shots and counting. 3,000 instant prints off of this camera. Beautiful prints. And my roll reviews, the TL70 roll reviews.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take you to the first 300 shots. After the first 100 shots are 10 packs of film, which goes by pretty easy. It's about a week of shooting.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have everything you need to know to get this down, but it's a perishable skill. You lose it.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't shot with it in 6 months since last summer, and came out today. Well, I guess I did shoot with it the other day, but anyways, it's a perishable skill. And moving on. Our last shot.
Oh, my.
Man, that was with this camera right here. What camera is this, Robert?
That's the Mini Evo.
Oh, man. Tell me about the Mini Evo.
It's different.
Why?
Because it has an LCD screen.
Well, okay, so is it an analog camera or a digital camera?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. It's got a screen. It's got to be digital.
No.
It is a digital camera. It is
right?
not. No, it's a hybrid camera, but it's not an analog camera like these other cameras. These other cameras expose the film directly through a lens. You literally get what's called a real image, which is an image that's created, flipped on the film itself.
Wow.
Through the lens. And that process of exposure chemically charges the actual chemistry inside of the film so that it can create a latent image, which when the film is ejected, the little pockets of developer are popped through the rollers, and the rollers, as the film is ejecting, spread that developer over the film in order to create the latent image. You can actually see on the back of the film, there's a little pocket to collect the excess developer.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. This is a small digital camera sensor, a 5 megapixel sensor, 1/1/5 of an inch, tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And an LED printer. So it's just like your cell phone in the fact that it takes a photo, and then an LED printer, instead of printing ink, it just flashes little lights.
Oh.
And that exposes the film as it is being ejected. That's how it exposes. So it is completely different. It's a digital camera with a printer built into it. So you can do a lot with this. You can change things after the fact, which also means that this image right here, okay, in my opinion, the best image on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a digital image, we got to see it before we took it. We got to tweak it before we took it with exposure compensation.
Yeah.
Right. And then after we took it, we got to zoom and crop on it, and we got to print it. So it's really a digital image. Even this image right here from the TL70, you can see, although it's overexposed, had it been exposed correctly, it would have produced a better image.
Yeah.
This image looks digital.
Yeah.
But it only looks digital compared to other analog images.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you think about it?
I mean, it still came out great. In my opinion,
in
it
the
still
end,
came out great.
In the end, it's a good image, right?
Yeah.
And then check this out. We're going to do something real quick right here. We'll do it on camera so everyone can see. This is where the hybrid part of this Instax camera comes into play. I'm just going to pick an image right here, an image that I want to print. I've got a couple of them. I want to print a picture of the Armada Hoffler that I took the other day for review, a vlog you guys haven't seen yet. It's coming up, but you'll get to see the picture here first because this will post before that. And I'm getting to it. I'm getting there. Here's the Armada Hoffler.
Yeah, I saw that image on your
on my phone. I haven't printed it anywhere. You couldn't have seen it anywhere else.
I thought it was on your desk.
No, I haven't printed that image.
Oh.
And it prints right now. We get to choose. I'm going to choose to print this with rich mode, which means like a Velvia or very extra vibrance. And that's it. We'll just put this right here and let everybody look and see what it does while it does it. So that's the power of digital. So the hybrid part of the Instax Evo line is cool because what's the number one thing people want when you're taking digital, when you're taking instant prints?
You want to see the photo?
You want another picture. Because with an instant print, it's just one photo.
Ah.
So when you take a picture of you and your girlfriend, it's just one picture.
Yeah.
All right, you can't print another one. You have to take another photo. Here, we can print another one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's much more convenient than your cell phone because, well, it's not your cell phone. You don't have to worry about anything. You just kind of let it do its job.
Yeah.
We'll let that develop right there while everybody's watching.
I do have one question about it. Why would it be called an instant camera then?
Oh, because it still prints an instant photo. So you still get your picture instantly. Okay. And that's the cool part about instant film in the first place. When you push that shutter button, whether it's through a digital hybrid camera like this or one of Fujifilm's Instax printers or even one of Polaroid's printers, although Polaroid's instant printers don't work the same, you get the picture in about 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You get it about 10 seconds after you push the button, and it takes about 2 minutes for it to develop. It takes about 90 seconds for it to first start showing contrast.
Huh.
It's a lot of fun, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Out of everything we've talked about on this table, which one is your favorite?
Ooh. Favorite what? Picture, camera? Oh. It's definitely still. Where's the name?
That's the TL70.
The TL70. But if the TL70 was off the table.
Yeah.
The OG.
Oh, you like the SX70?
Yes.
The SX70, the OG is pretty serious.
I love the looks of it. I love how it has the leather on it. The leather is a nice, like, orange brown. That's one of my favorite kind of colors.
Well, you can get them in many different colors. You can have alligator skin leather if you want.
Oh, no.
But what I'm saying is you can't. No, that's a good camera to choose. You know, Dr. Edwin Land, when he unveiled this, what he said was he wants the photo to become part of human condition. Push a button and have the picture. Yeah. And that can happen right here. In fact, there is something cool. Why don't we do that? Let's just see. Now, the part of Polaroid, specifically the SX70, that has not been completely rebuilt by MiNT. MiNT does a rebuild. Has the older circuit board. And that older circuit board, oh man, I want to use flash in here, right here. No, no, I don't think that it's dead. I've got a neutral density filter on it, and I can't remember which setting on the flash I use in order to get it. Grab the TL70. We'll get a picture right now, and I'll do my very best to hold as still as possible. And here's the thing. We don't exactly know about the exposure because we're inside, and these cameras were never really that great at indoor photography.
Yeah. I think you can do it, though.
Well, I got to focus through here, and it is way dark. Okay, I got you in focus. It's hard to see because of where we are. Oh yeah, we're good right here. Hold up the camera a little more so I can see it. A little bit more by your face because we're so close right here. And then I'm going to open up the exposure a little bit because we also have that ND. This is a tough choice. I don't know which one to use. Bring it off to the side some. use your other hand to put on it too. Kind of. So I'll help you out here. Don't hold it like, you know, just hold it kind of like you like, you know, like you're looking at, you know, yeah, something like that. That's perfect. And a smile would be good. Remember, you asked for it. We're focused, and I take a deep breath and hold it because this is going to be open for a second. Don't move. All right. And now we wait. We have no idea. We got no idea on that one.
Oh, yeah.
So guys, if you want to see this development, you'll have to make sure to check out the YouTube page. I'll put it up there on the comments. I'll pin it. But that'll take 20 minutes to develop, and I think we're done. It's time to pack up. But yeah, for me, my favorite, you know, as you can see even right here coming in, look at this shot.
Wow.
Yeah, that Armada Hoffler shot is just gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Can you guys see? Yeah. So for me, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still learning the SF70. Every one of these cameras takes a little bit more to learn and understand. But I'm still learning the SF70. I really like it. My favorite's got to be the TL70. I've taken the most photos out of any on this camera.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a great camera. And then the next one's got to be the Instax Mini Evo. This thing is totally underrated. Check out my video, totally underrated camera. Instax Mini Evo, completely and totally underrated.
Yeah.
This is a serious camera right here. It's a lot of fun, too. Well, we're getting ready to sign off. I'm going to drink some coffee. You have anything else you want to say? You want to say goodbye?
Nope.
Thoughts? All right. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.